What do you mean by that?
People dislike me because I am not completely like them.
And in what way are you different?
This influences my thinking and consequently my actions.
What is it you're trying to do with your life?
I am trying to do with my life something which few people try to do. And this influences my thinking and consequently my actions. Yes,
And what is that?
I am not completely like other people.
What do you mean by that?
People dislike me because I am not completely like them.
And in what way are you different?
Test. Microphone checker. Yo, what it do, homies? Welcome. Feedback stream 45. We still have some slots left. Upload your track in the description. You can join the Discord. Put your track in. SoundCloud links. You know what it is. We're going over mixing, mastering, sound design, everything. Is your track a banger? That's the question. Let's see who submitted the bangers today. We have about 10 submissions, and I'm going to close it eventually. I don't know when, but we're going to run it. First submission is called Red, and it is from Jackson. Okay, I think the name changed. Yep, name changed. Here's the cover art. Let's get it done. Jackson in first.
What happened to Jackson?
Hey. Hold up. Ah. Okay, we can run that back. We can run that back for the one time.
What happened to the jacks?
Whew. That's some energy, man. That was heavy. That was crazy. All right, so we're peaking at like -2 LUFS. The loudness levels are super loud. Its stereo image is super full. Call and response is on point. Your pre-drop sick too. What? That was dope. And then the sussies that come in to add more energy in these later phrases is just on point. One important thing too is when the sussie's playing, you simplify the quarter note bass, so it's like opening up more space for the sussie to breathe, and it's good. Good job, man. This is awesome to hear. If you want some tips, maybe there's like one sound in this that's kind of competing with all the subs and the mids. It's like a synth sound, like the dun 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 dun. That sound. It's like it's like a zipper almost. That can be just EQ'd more so that it fits with all the other crazy dubstep basses and sustains going on. It's kind of competing, but I mean, that's really just nitpicking because it sounds good. The intro is odd. I would work on the intro, you know, try to get it a little bit more groovier.
What happened to the...
This dynamic switch, like going from really silent to loud is good, but yeah, just work on that full song. Make this a full song. This is good. Good. Good job. Nice. Jackson coming in hot off the rip right away. That's what I like to see. Okay. Who's up next to bat? It is Cavito with Queen's Tragedy or Quen's Tragedy. Not too sure. Check out the cover art. Parental advisory, explicit content. Okay, guys, get ready. This is not the edited version. This is explicit. Okay, let's run it. Ooh, nice outro. This is pretty good, honestly. Overall, this is a piece of art. So much going on. You're like taking to different places, different journeys. That vocal is really like touching to the soul. So it's really good. There are some things that need to be improved upon, definitely, especially with this being like a heavy dubstep song. So we're going to go over that. So basically, like when we're in the drop, it's pretty quiet and you have to turn up. Like my interface is turned up way louder than I usually have it. And that's only so I can hear your song at full intensity. When we run it, you can see that it's about negative 11 LUFS for the master. So we're peaking at negative 11 LUFS, which is really quiet when we're comparing it to any other dubstep song. And the reason why we have to be loud is because this is music that gets mixed, played in the clubs, and when it's played next to a really loud song, then it sounds way lower intensity and it doesn't sound right. So you got to basically mix and master your tracks with multiband dynamics, saturation, and get your sounds louder individually. And then you can actually start to clean your signals up with EQ. And you want to get around like negative 5 LUFS to negative 3 LUFS. That's like a really good spot to be. And your intros being at negative 15 LUFS is really actually good. We want like negative 15 LUFS is the minimum, like the quietest you want to be in your EDM song, right? Just for this genre. Unless you're doing like a strategic and purposeful, almost silent dynamic range. Like sometimes you can start completely silent and then at the intro and then go to 15 LUFS, for example. So you can do different things. Just make sure that it's loud enough in your areas. We want to get this negative 11 LUFS to like negative 6 LUFS, negative 5. The call and response is good. You're able to like make a lot of movement between all your basses and it all makes sense. Lots of different phrases going on. It's just, once again, it's hard to pay attention to all this good work that you've done because the song is just so low volume, low intensity. It needs to be basically just compression and mixing and mastering and dubstep is all done on the go. With our music, we don't have headroom. We don't really need to mix with headroom like every other genre or all the music that's ever been made in the previous history. We're like making new rules with this genre and you can go as loud as you can and try to get as clean as you can. That's the goal. And we use like tricks and hacks to do it. So don't worry about like all the old mumbo jumbo 1980s mixing and mastering. You're in the 2024 new age mixing and mastering where you just do it with Ableton's stock effects and you do it with like buses too. In audio engineering, you'll learn about busing and you'll learn about properly cleaning signals and sending signals to the correct places so that you can achieve the cleanest sound. And that's essentially what Skrillex was doing a long time ago, and he showed us in one of his tracks, and then now everyone's bussing in some sort of way, and it really makes a big difference. So look at my template, get that template for free on my YouTube video. Use the buses, get your LUFS up, use your EQs, get your cleanliness up. In these sections, you have like two basses basically competing to be the star of the show and the main character. And that's an issue. We need one of them to be front and center and the other one has to be EQ'd or turned down in a way so that it's supporting or blending with the other one. So the listener just knows. The listener isn't trying to like figure out what to listen to. They're just like in the sound. That's what you got to get down there. And then lastly, your overall mix is missing a lot of sound in the wide, like super wide. It's all the way left, all the way right. If we looked at Jackson's song earlier, he properly filled the whole image while maintaining strong mono presence. And that's really what you're trying to do here in this crazy, loud, intense genre of dubstep. So work on that. You'll check the image here. So basically from these triangles onward are missing, and we got to fill these up. So you're going to just basically duplicate one of your base layers and make that duplicate layer a stereo layer, and you'll add all kinds of effects to make it stereo and make it a grand layer to be blended in with all your mono layers. And of course, it'll make it a little bit louder, so you got to turn it down and blend in all those signals. But remember earlier, we need it to get louder in general. You're at -11 left, so if it gets louder, that's going to be good. Use layering. You got this all day. All right, that's Cavito. Quinn's Tragedy or Queen's Tragedy. Up next, we have Eerie with Who Are You? Who are you? I don't know. Let's go. What? Let's go. Okay. Bam.
Exterminate!
Who are you? I don't know, man. A rhythm master, maybe. Dude, the amount of variations and changes in all your phrases was, God, just amazing. And it makes me so happy because nothing sounded repetitive. It was just constant movement, heaviness. We're like -6 lefts. This is loud enough. You know, this is probably like the quietest I would go. You could make it a little bit louder, like the whole track. You would benefit from that for sure. But it sounds really nice, really good. Lots of flow here, lots of groove, lots of rhythm. Most importantly, your sub is on point. In some of these sections, your sub is just going hard. It's just nice to feel, really nice. the like drum loop here seems very artificial. You know, if you like listen to more hip hop and trap, you'll see there's more space, you know, with the kicks. There's like too many kicks being played basically. So, you know, delete some kicks, spread them out, use more groove and rhythm with the percussion elements like the hats and, you know, regular percussive like perks. Just make this drum loop interesting so that it's like making you move more, like groovy. You got Austin Powers, that intro. I like how you're teasing it right here. It's nice. Yeah, this is pretty good, dude. I'm happy with this. This is a pretty abrupt transition though, which can definitely be fixed just with some sweeps going up, impacts going down, maybe a transition element, maybe cut some silencer here. But just to have it seem more professional, there should be a nice transition in these sections. Otherwise, funky. That's a funky rhythm function. Nice. Good job. That's Eerie with Who Are You? I now know who I am. Up next, we got Loud Cloud. Blast off. He says WIP probably needs better mixing. Well, let's check it. Run it. Blast off. Let's go. Okay, cool. We can run this back a little. Cool. This is fairly decent. We get some pretty big problems though, like the sub is being sustained when it really should be moving with the bass. It being sustained is almost killing the rhythm and killing the groove, which is a big problem because we want to dance as much as possible to this. You got some good flow with those mid basses, but the sub is not doing the same flow and the same movement as those mid basses. It's just sussied. So what you want to do really is start to layer those mid basses, get them thicker, louder, fuller. You want to fill the frequency spectrum. Right now they sound pretty high, so you want to add like a little mid grungy layer, and then get that sub, make it move at the same speed, like quarter note, and then make that sub really fat too, because this is bass music, so that sub's going to be really commanding the dance floor and making people move and feel. So you got to really make sure that sub is perfect. These little fills though are sick. I love that. Really nice fills. Good. Yeah, just clean fills. But just sussy throughout the whole drop. It needs to be improved upon, make there be more movement, It's going to help a lot. And then the snare in general is very weak, very small for this type of song. So start layering your snares. I usually do like 2 snares and a clap to get that thickness and that fullness that I need. And I take into consideration the tail of the clap. You know, if there's a nice long big tail, then make sure it's like wide too. A nice wide clap with a mono clap will sound really good and punch through the mix. So yeah, work on those things. Also, just check out the master LUFS here. It actually says up here now with mini meters. You can look up at the top. It seems to be pretty accurate, which is cool. So like -10, it's just not loud enough. We want to start layering, getting this louder. And then you can do a little bit of mixing and mastering, which is just simple compression and saturation and EQ to clean things. And then you can get around like -6 LUFS and really just call it a day up there. It will help the intensity. It'll help everything in that track once you get a little bit louder. But remember, louder sometimes doesn't mean clean. So you got to clean as you get louder with your EQs. It'll help. Multiband dynamics, saturation in that order is a trick almost. Turn up that drive. Turn up that drive, boy. All right, that's Blast Off. Loud Cloud. Cover art. Fantastic. Simply beautiful. Up next, we have Goat Dubs with the Marshmallow and Hall Movement bootleg. Classic. He is one to get at it quickly. Let's go ahead and see how he did.
Why y'all looking so stupid? Y'all better get with the movement.
Movement.
Y'all better get with the movement.
Some movement. That is Goat Dubs with the Marshmallow and Hall Movement and bootleg. Now I must say, when you bootleg a song that is already like a really good song and it's already a banger, it's harder to do. I must say, I usually bootleg songs that like have amazing intros, but the drop is just not as heavy as I think it would be. I'm like, oh, I can make that heavier. So that's the thing we're battling here, right? Right now, you're kind of just adding more sounds in the mix, and it's starting to sound crowded and not as clean as the original song, which isn't the best thing. Plus, all dynamics have been lost. It's kind of just like a wall of sub and noise, and there's no silence, and there's not really movement between any of the main sections here. So after a while, the intensity starts to go down and go down because the dynamic shifts are just not there. So it's important. We got to remember these things so that people can stay dancing and stay like lost in the sound. A lot of mud happens in this section too. Like, you must be using proper headphones so that you can hear all your frequencies properly, your stereo image properly. If your interface is not powering your headphones properly, that's going to be an issue too. These are things that are going to affect the way you monitor the music, and if you can't hear the mud or you can't hear these harsh frequencies, it's an issue because you need to fix these frequencies when they arise. And lots of layers here are starting to compete with each other, and it's sounding very crowded. And there should be space basically for all your basses so that they can live freely and be happy and get along with each other. So if you work on that, it'll make a huge difference. And like I said, dynamics, silence in the sub is going to help a lot. Just cutting the sub out every once in a while, so it's not just constant this whole way. If we hear the same sound, like after a while, it just, our ears adjust to it, and then it just like is less intense and stuff. So that's just how our ears work. Easy fixes though, easy fixes. Obviously, you're up at the top making some heavy rhythm, so keep doing it. Keep innovating, most importantly. That's what will get you far. Go Dubs, Hall Bootleg, Movement. Up next, we have Dreadful with Blam. Never seen this word until now. What shall Dreadful give us? Shall we bow? Whose is this man's? Easy, motherfucker. Who are you? Oh. It's hard to put in words and express how your songs make me feel. Because there's like so much energy and so much intensity and so much story with all the strings. It's a lot, man. And truly, you're an artist. It's beautiful to see, man. It's beautiful to watch you come up. You're one of the only friends I have that's actually made it into my record box that would like get played out from me live. And I'm proud to say that you are learning a lot and getting really better really fast. It's hard for me to find things wrong with the song, honestly, because everything's kind of perfect and there's a lot going on. It's just beautiful. But we can discuss why it's good. You know, obviously it's loud enough, wide enough. Your clap just in general is just so commanding. And, you know, that's what we're headbanging to. Just listen to how like wide the claps are. You truly get lost in these sounds and you forget that you're listening to music and you just like get shot into another dimension. Intense, bro. This is what perfect harmony gets you, and it's insane what you're doing here. Just keep at it. It's very clean. Super clean. Good shit, bro. Good shit. These eerie synths, these eerie, just like, I don't know what scales you're using. I don't know how you're breaking the rules of your scale, but you're strategically building tension really well. And it's so sick to see. Like, there's just a lot of good going on. No bad. It makes me want to go to a fucking festival. So good job, bro. You are killing the game. Dreadful once again. Becoming top dog with Balam. Up next we have another top dog, Lodian. He is the chord master, and he has submitted a song called The Flow Collector. Naturally, we shall see what flows have been collected.
That all flows. I got all the flows.
Oh my. Yo. Just gotta thank God on that one, you know what I'm saying? Whew. Once again, the flows have been collected properly by the one and only Lodian. Alright, check out the cover art. This is basically what you're feeling when you're listening to this, you know what I'm saying? You're just getting out of your soul. I was not expecting the drop to be as heavy as it was, but you made me do the shit face, you know what I'm talking about? The dubstep face.
I got all the flows.
Look, I just did it again. The sub is clean, very nice. And then their synths are like so cool and unique, and I've really never heard anything like this before. Lots of good dynamics between your subs and your basses. These fills are so clean. Obviously, every phrase is constantly moving, changing, and you just stay engaged. Loud, big, awesome clap. And these transition sections are just super professional and sound so good. Like, if you're trying to get to the festivals, boys, you need to sound like, if you want main stage, you know what I'm saying? You can get to Lost Lands and play, you know, one of the regular stages where not many people show up. But if you want to get to the fucking main stages, people are looking for this shit. Shit that will literally take you, like, it sounds like you're in a different world, literally. Just perfect transition back to the original theme of the song. It's hard to do this, guys, and when Lodian does it with such ease and finesse and flow, it's impressive, because like, it's every song almost. And the drops are now starting to match the quality of the intros. You're able to control your mud very well now. You're letting the sub talk for the mud frequencies, and you're EQing your others very well. With the sub, we don't get mud in those hertz because it's like pure nice harmonics, or whether it be odd or even. Clean distorsiones, man. This is awesome. Lodian, good shit. Very unique. Like I said, never heard anything like this before. That's the shit that we need, you know, new stuff. Stuff that I can come back to and listen to again, because I'll never be able to hear it from anyone else. Imagine you make a genre and a song that sounds like 500 other people's songs. It's hard for someone to go back to your song, but when someone makes something unique and one of a kind, it hits home, man. That's the flow collector. It's a done deal. Up next we have Mipsy with Relentless T1. What does T1 mean? I don't know. I don't know yet. Maybe Mipsy will let me know. But until then, let's flow. Oh yeah, we're in the WIP range. Ugh.
Fuck with me, fuck around and be deceived.
Gosh.
Switch.
Oh, soothing. Oh my god, very Wookiee. Holy crap. You really brought me back to like the 4th stage at Lost Lands where everyone is just tripping balls. This is amazing. You know why? Because you are just lost in the wubs. Like you really get lost in these frequencies. And your control of space and depth in your track is very impressive. Like just the reverb in the outro, for example. Let's check that. Very clean, and then the reverb in our breaks. Like the control of space, like how your hi-hats are sitting in the mix. Like there's a big snare with lots of reverb, and then you slowly start to kill the reverb on your snares, and like just like you're moving with space and reverb, and it feels awesome. You're doing it well. The only thing I really heard in this that could be improved is like the upper harmonics in like these sections. So like these fast wiggles, these are starting to sound a little bit muddy. You can definitely get these a lot cleaner. I mean, it's just a sine wave, and then you're like layering all your distortion harmonics, your clean harmonic saturation on top of it. And you want this to be loud, good, and not so sounding a little bit distorted, a little bit clippy. In this type of Wookiee genre, we need this to be like as clean as possible. Each wub is like resonating your soul. But the dynamic shifts going from like this louder sustained thing to like quieter, softer wubs works well. It's cool, man. Good job, Mipsy. It's so cool that you're also using like your signature sampling. Like you're really, to me, known as someone who is really good at sampling, and you should keep doing that because it makes you really unique. And when I hear you've like organized your song in a way where a sample's not playing half of the song, but rather it's like strategically placed in the pre-drop like this, it's cool because like it's like you're leveling up, man. Getting more professional with it. Love to see it. Good job, Mipsy. Once again, killing the game. Up next. We have a special boy, a special man. His name is Tang. Tang is a tanger, I must say. Tang has been going hard in the paint, and we have spectrolyptic. Never even said that word until Tang just brought it into my vocabularies. Oh no. Lord. Oh, man. Oh, fuck. Oh, God. No, oh no. No. Holy fucking Christ, that was heavy. We're gonna have to run that back. Hold up for the one time. It's genuinely funny how impressive this is. There's fucking so much movement in the sub. It's insane. Like, the synths are almost so simple while the sub is just dominating and commanding and moving so much in pitch and just throwing you around everywhere. Bro, this is amazing. Your sub is so clean. God dang, this is good, man. And I'm really happy to see like your intros are very cohesive now, with like there's cohesion with the intro and the build up and the drop, and your build-ups are really unique too, like the pitch bends and the pitch downs with the hats and stuff. Like, oh damn, it was only the second drop. See, even the second drop's different. Like, there's just lots of cool, interesting ways that you're building the tension and energy here. It's so hard, bro. That's just awesome. Definitely something that's going to be, like, played out by people. Like, this is the shit that DJs want. Like, if you can have Hull get a hold of this shit, dude, bro, he's going to, like, put you on tour, man. He's going to be like, dude, come on tour with me. We're making the same banger shit. Learn French. I think he's in France, Paris. I don't know, dude. Just get it done, bro. This is crazy. I'm really interested to hear what this sounds like on like MacBook speakers and iPhone speakers because it's so sub heavy. The amount of like harmonics in the subs, I'm pretty sure it's cutting through these MacBook speakers really well. It's just awesome. Good all around. And you guys are getting really, really powerful. Looks like you're leveling up, taking some music meds or something. Just getting it done. And I love to see it. Good job, Tang. That was awesome. One of the best songs I've ever heard from you, actually. Very, remember, keep it simple. That's really going to keep things going. Unique and simple, really. It's the way to go. It's the way to flow. Up next, we have Matt Danks. No, not Matt Danks. We have Fake Name. Fake Name. Fake Name. We shall double check. Yep, it is Fake Name with Sinister. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. Yo, yo, yo. Okay. That was Fake Name with Something Sinister. I gotta say, though, this vibe is kind of the opposite of Sinister. But as soon as we get here, when the double kicks start coming, starts transitioning into Something Sinister. I see that. But I really feel like these two vibes do not go well with each other. So you should really try to make this intro match the sinister vibes of the beginning to make more sense. A lot of the listeners too would be off-put. A lot of the people that like all this distorted, heavy, like crazy, sinister music don't necessarily like all these chill chords and like soft guitars. Even though we do, you know, because we're cool and we like all genres, but a lot of people don't like all genres, unfortunately. And if you want to do it, which you can, you just want to make sure that these two things transition. You want to have like a transition from lightness to darkness. And this transition just with the kicks coming in doesn't really do it justice. So if you want to keep it, that's cool. Just make the transition better. And it'll be easier if you have something dark and sinister transition with it as well. Fake out timing right here. It's like we're dancing to like a certain rhythm, right? In the build up. And then this fake out timing is like almost slowed down. The rhythm changes. And like we almost have to like readjust how we're dancing, which is an issue. We really want to make sure everyone on the dance floor is dancing to the same rhythm and it's not going to just randomly get cut off. There's some guitar in the background that's kind of competing with your guns, so you want to EQ that guitar, try to make those guns the front and star of the show. In general, the song is very quiet. It's only -11 LUFS. This should be like -6 to -5 LUFS. You're going to need to do a lot more layering with your guns to get them thicker and fuller. And then you'll be using multiband dynamics and saturation to then mix and master all your individual tracks and start getting everything loud enough and big enough. Right now, the energy levels are low because it's quiet. It's also missing a lot of the stereo image. So we're missing a lot of what we can be hearing. If you look at the image, it's just all in the middle. We need to make sure the left and the right are filled as well as the middle. Whenever you see something like that, that's a big issue. Literally all this information is empty. So like the song sounds very empty. And we don't ever want to be in the position where the song sounds empty like that unless you strategically do it like in a pre-drop or in some creative way. But this is like the main climax of your song, the drop with a main bass, and it's looking like this. So that's how we know there's an issue. Use these imagers to measure your width and use these LUF meters to measure the loudness. It's going to help a lot so you can make the necessary changes. And then lastly, your sub needs to be always like moving with the basses that are playing above it. So the sub sometimes is going in random movements not related to what's playing with it. So you want to make sure that sub is like in harmony with what's playing with it. And silence is good too. If there's a little bit of silence between each sub, we would be able to tell there's like different notes. Otherwise it just sounds like kind of one sustained subby. Do those things and it'll make a big difference. You got this. Hit me up if you need help. If you have any questions, DM on Instagram or the Discord. I got you. Up next, we have Matt Danks with Behemoth Extended Mix. It's the extended mix, folks. Let's get it done. We got some house music up in here. You already know what it is and what it ain't. You're tuning in to 99.9 The Drip. Yeah. Oh yeah. Matt Danks coming in on 99.9. The Drip. Yes. Yeah. I'm about to shuffle. Oh shit! I'm about to start dancing. Oh god. Ooh. Ooh. Woohoo! Transition time. Who got the feet when I run off? Who got the when I walk? Who got the feet? Who got the foot when I haul? Who got the when I be? Who got the when That's how we get it done. You're tuning in to 99.9 to Drip. That's Matt Danks with Behemoth. Good shit, dude. Honestly, people submit house and techno, and usually it's pretty, like, you know, just simple and there's not a lot of progressions going on. There's not a lot of feelings going on. I looked at your song. I was like, 5 minutes and 30 seconds. No way. We're going to be able to listen to this whole thing. And look at that. We just flew through that 5 minutes like it was nothing, because it was constant progression, constant movement. Good feels, good build-ups, great dynamics. I mean, your use of like going from loud to quiet is perfect, you know, and that's really important in all this. These huge dynamic shifts bring so much emotion and feeling, and really just brings you to the festival. And it's the best place to be at the festival. Lots of different cool like sections, like these sections, for example. You're like teasing the bass almost in the background. You're just like anticipating energy, and you're building energy really well, and then you drop it good. there's different drops too. There's like different types of house being played, like progressive house, techno, trance, and it's unique, you know. I don't really usually hear a blend of all these genres being done well, so it's good to hear it being done well. It's fun too. It makes me want to dance. At one point I really was about to get out of my chair and start shuffling, but then the people below me would probably be like, why are you jumping on our roof? I'm like, I was in the vibe. It's Matt Danks on 99.9 The Trip. Good job, bro. Up next, we have Bad Huck with Salsa Dub. It is Bad Huck, Severon, and Hector with Salsa Dub. It's the direct download. It's the SRJ3 version. Let's get it done. Wait, what is SRJ3? Is that? Just let me know. Yes, sir. Let's go. Yes. Gosh, that was cool. That's Salsa Dub by Bad. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing you guys' names, bro. I don't know. Bad Huck, Severon, Hector with Salsa Dub. It's a direct download. You guys know what it is. All right, so this is really cool. Very artistic. You guys using this. It's such a vibe, you know. Unfortunately, some of the transition sections are not on point. Like one of the snares while building up during this section is like clearly off time, and there's like two literal different rhythms playing at the same time, which is a huge problem. You definitely don't want that to be happening, because like we're dancing to this and all of a sudden like the dancing stops because two different rhythms are playing now, and it's like, okay, which one should I dance to? I don't know what's going on, and they're competing. So fix those issues right away. I don't know if it was happening over here. Yeah, it's happening right here too. So make sure those snares are blending in with what's playing around it. And then this is a pretty slow drop to start with off the rip. It's not too interesting, to be honest. Very slow. This is something that should be happening later on in the drop, after we've like went really fast and had regular timings. When we get to the second drop, this one is probably the least impressive because we can't dance to this. The snare is almost gone. Remember, our headbang is on that snare and the clap, and this snare is almost like hidden behind the beep and the ride or the tambourine. Like we can't headbang to this beep. It's like a mini tiny snare, so this is pretty much undanceable, and it's sad because all you got to do is really get that clap big. Third drop, this is the best done because the clap is super big, super thick. We're dancing hard to this. The rhythms are fast. He's able to switch between regular fast rhythms and go back to slow. And right before it gets repetitive being slow, he switches back to fast. And there's real flow going on here. So this drop, I think, should be, you know, studied upon, and then all the other drops should really implement the same type of techniques that are going on here. That shit's clean. Call and response on top of it. Awesome. Like there's a lot to dance to. Lots of groove, lots of rhythm here. This is awesome. And then he teases the original. Where is it? That shit's so hard right there. But most importantly, perfect timing. Like that's just really cool, really unique. It sounds like three different people did three different drops here. So that's why I'm kind of separating. I don't know if all you guys worked on the same drops, but yeah, if so, this drop goes hard throughout the whole way, all the way to the end. Very impressive. Good job though, all around. I mean, like I said, this is a really artistic song. I love the salsa dubs, really. Good job, guys. Thank you for submitting. Really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Let me know if you have any questions. Go to my website if you want to get some sample packs. Hit me up. I do private lessons. I will help you with whatever you need. Have a good night, a good day. Stay fresh. Keep it real. Peace out.